Hey, how's it going, guys? I have a few things that I want to talk about. I apologize for the backlight if it's my computer monitor, and the only reason why that's going is because if it was pure darkness, all you'd see was shadow and evil. And I already have an orange fucking light as it is, so it's not really the best of lighting. The Video Game Enforcement Act. Sorry, I couldn't remember it. Because this is something that's really, that really bothers me. And it's not because of the context within it. It's about what the fucking bill represents. That's what really bothers me when it comes to the Video Game Enforcement Act. The VGEA is another one of these frickin' brainchild video game banning bills or video game punishment bills where any video game that does not have an ESRB rating will be considered illegal if it is distributed, and you could be arrested for owning a game that does not have an ESRB rating. If you distribute a game that does not have an ESRB rating, anything that does not have an ESRB rating that is passed through you will be arrested for. Enough said. And there probably is some harsh punishment when it comes to this. And I'm about sick of this shit. I'm really just about sick of it. Because this bill shows that the government does not understand what the problem is. Absolutely does not fucking understand. One bit. I can go on a little nitwitty kid rant about how, well, video games should not be rated, meh. That's not the point. I could go on a little kid rant about how the government hates video games, meh. No. I'm going on a rant about the fact that our government, the people that are supposed to be helping you out, instead of trying to figure out why all of these mass shootings are occurring, they're trying to find a scapegoat, trying to find an easy way out, and they're going to pass this law through. They're going to screw over a massive entertainment conglomerate, and they're going to walk away and say, well, the job is done. Video games are now, censored and fucked up as it is, so I guess we're good now, right, guys? Oh, wait, there's a lot of shootings still. I guess we didn't do it right. Oh, fucking well. This just shows that they don't understand. Let me explain. Prior to this, Joe Biden was about to announce and discuss what they're going to do when it comes to gun control, which is what we should be talking about here. Gun control and its effect on mental health. That's what we need to discuss, talk about, have a conversation about. We don't need to bring in fucking video games that has nothing to do with it. We don't need to bring in movies that has nothing to do with it. If you even mention books or comics, you're an idiot. It has nothing to do with them. It has to do with the media, has to do with the NRA, and has to do with guns and mental health. Period. Has nothing to do with video games. It has been proven time in, time out that every mass shooting that has occurred has not been, occurring because of fucking video games. They happen because of a sort of, how we say, vicious cycle of psychologically messed up individual, kills a bunch of people, news mentions that, tries to ignore the evil, the real problem with it. The NRA goes out, tells people that you need to buy a gun, and if you don't buy a gun, you're unprotected, you're dangerous, you're dead, you need to buy a gun, worship the gun, hail the gun as real. They pick up a gun, become paranoid, become mentally ill, and then they kill people. And the cycle keeps fucking going. We need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about video games, because it's been proven almost fucking 50 times over that video games have nothing to do with violence. There is no correlation. And right before Joe Biden went out and talked about gun control, the video game public signed a petition and signed a letter stressing to Mr. Biden, VP Biden, that please do not vilify video games. Be smart and don't go out there saying, well, we want to stop gun control, but we need to find a problem with this video game crisis too. They stressed it. They told this to every single facet that needed to hear it. They even, sent out stuff to Congress. Congress, this is not the problem. Video games are not the problem. You saying it's the problem is absolutely insulting to us. Please stop it. And what does the government do? They are attempting to pass the Video Game Enforcement Act. After all of your pleading, after all of your yelling and screaming, saying, no, you're wrong. We have proof you're wrong. Stop saying you're right. They're gonna continue to shove a gigantic frickin' middle finger in your face and scream to the holy mother of God that they're right. 'Cause they want to fucking feel and know, and they want to be right that there was a correlation between GTA, Adam Lanza, and Sandy Hook. They want to find a correlation between Doom, Eric Harris, Dylan Klebold, and Columbine. They want to find a frickin' correlation between Counter-Strike, Cho Sung-Wi, and VTech. They want to find a correlation, even if it means going to unreliable, biased, unfair sources in order to find a correlation. Just so that they can say, we're right, we need to make legislation on it. They don't give a damn about the facts. And they don't give a damn about what the real problem was that occurred at Sandy Hook, that occurred over recently. 5 people were shot. 3 of them were children. I'm trying to remember the place. It was like Amarilliston? I don't remember at all. I could put an annotation or something here. Literally like a day or 2 ago. Another shooting. 5 dead. 3 of them kids. And they're not finding a correlation at all whatsoever. Instead, their only idea to stop these problems is white or black. Either ban all things or don't and have chaos reign. They don't understand what a fucking gray area is. They don't understand what a middle ground is. They don't want to say, hey, look, there's a problem with guns, we need to fix it. They want to say, ban all guns or have more guns. That's their only debate for the real fucking problem. To the problem that's not the fucking issue, but they want to say it's the real problem, they're going to make legislation after legislation. They're just going to keep fucking throwing darts at video games, at all this new technology that they don't understand because they're old, elderly fucks that don't understand technology. I'm going to say it. They're old and they don't understand technology. They're stupid. When it comes to technology, they're fucking idiots. Absolute 100% idiots. But they keep going straight at video games, going straight at the internet. They want to blame all that stuff, and they don't want to blame the real culprits, which is paranoid guy, NRA, guns, Sandy Hook. That's the problem. Paranoid, insane individual, propaganda machine, feeds you a tool of death, and they go out and kill things. That's the problem. The problem is these propaganda machines, whether it be on Fox News, whether it be at the NRA, and whether it be at any news organization, the news organizations that glorify these shooters, that pour this immense, descriptive rhetoric over a psychopath with a trench coat killing innocent children. You're glorifying the killers, and you're causing kids who watch that to say, hey, you know what, I want to do that. That's what you're fucking doing. The biggest problem with people with the NRA, alright? The biggest problem here is the NRA, the people that go out on a day-to-day basis after every single one of these shootings, which, by the way, there's a huge fucking correlation between crazy guy, NRA, guns, death. Big fucking correlation. Every single time there's a mass shooting, they go out on the fucking mainstream saying, the only way to kill a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a gun. We need more guns in this country. The only way we can stop crime is with more guns. If we have every single infant carrying around an AR-15 and aiming it at any motherfucker that walks into a door with an even bigger gun, is the only way we can stop crime. To have everyone be in fear and in terror, grabbing a Glock, grabbing an PP90, grabbing any sort of frickin' gun they can find and see, and holding it at a fucking door, making sure anyone that walks through there is a robber, they're gonna shoot them in the face. Instead of protecting themselves. They want more fucking violence because they make money off of the dead. They make money off of these dead fucking children. They make money off of these dead fucking kids. They make money on your dead 6-year-old. Fucking Colorado, Connecticut. They make money off of them. And what do? Well, alright, they seem like they're making money. Let's go and have a collection of evil, violent video games and burn them. Let's burn them. We'll give you $25 for your good deed. We'll burn your games. Burn them, burn them. How about we collect all the fucking guns and burn them? That way the fucking NRA doesn't make money off of your dead kids. But no, you don't give a shit. Because the government says it's not the gun that's the problem. It's the... No. The problem is the fucking NRA. That's the problem. Problem is, the NRA brings in these mentally unstable fucking people. Tells them the only way they'll be protected is with a fucking gun. They give them a gun, and then those fucking psychopaths go out and kill people. And then they go out and they say, well, it wasn't our fault. You know what? You guys should have had guns. The victims, those little 6-year-olds, they should have been carrying around a Glock. They would have been protected. Because they're fucking stupid. You want to stop gun violence? You want to stop that shit? You want to stop your little kids from being shot in the face? Look at the real enemy. The NRA are not your friends. They're the enemy. They're the problem. Our gun culture. The fact that we jerk off to guns practically. And we condemn porn addicts. We condemn people who go to strip clubs. We condemn them, but glorify some hillbilly prick who goes out and shoots the criminal. And wins the day. Yeah, he's such a Charles Bronson. We glorify that fucking jack-off. Somebody actually protects the kids. The guy who protected those 6 kids at the Sandy Hook shooting. Oh, he's a real hero. No, he's not. He didn't use a gun. We're going to put him in the conspiracy. The conspiracy that the Sandy Hook shooting was caused by the government to take away your guns. You fucking psychopaths. You fucking lunatics. Our gun culture, the NRA, and our fucking news networks. The news networks that don't want to report on the real news, that want to glorify this fucking lunatic Adam Lanza, and they want to make money off of your dead fucking kids. Those are the people we should be fighting against. I don't want to ban guns. I want to make sure the fucking lunatics don't get guns. I want to make sure that the NRA doesn't make money off of dead kids. That's what I want. I don't want to go to your house and take away your AR-15. I don't want to go to your house and take away your PP-90s. I don't want to make sure that all of you are without guns and that the government are the only people with guns and we want martial law in a dictatorship. No. I want to make sure that there's no fucking dead children on my fucking street corners. I want to make sure that I can walk down the street thinking one day, hey, you know what? I don't think a 6-year-old will have a bullet in the brain today. I want to walk down the street and feel that. I don't want to sit in my room going on Morbid Reality on Reddit and seeing 5 killed, 3 of them children, by a lunatic with a gun. I don't even want to hear the stories of a good guy shot down the bad guy with the gun. I don't want to hear any of that shit. I want us to realize guns are a tool. And they're not a nice tool. They're a very, 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 very bad tool. We don't need to regulate them, but we need to regulate the people that get them. So we need a harsher application process. And I have friends who are gun fucking experts. I have a friend who's subscribed to me right now, who's probably going to put a comment underneath about how, well, you're wrong, you're an idiot, and he states, well, you know, if we have a harsher application process, then no one's going to get a gun because the corrupt officials and corrupt cops, I don't give a fuck. The fact that I don't have to walk down the street every day expecting a little kid to get killed, I'm happy. I'm fine. I'm hunky-dory. The fact that you don't give a fuck, the only thing you care about is the fact that you want to carry around a fucking gun and gloat about how you're fucking Charles Bronson or Clint Eastwood. Eat a dick. Think. Wake up, people. And I don't mean that Alex Jones bullshit. Think. Wake up. The NRA are not your friends. They're the enemy. They're the bad guys. They're making money on dead fucking kids. And we can stop that. By telling fucking Congress, by telling the president, the real problem is not video games. The real problem is not harsher video game laws. The real problem is to make sure that lunatics don't get guns by having a harsher application process. That's the only fucking reasonable middle ground way we can solve this problem. Other than allowing every little asshole and dipshit carry around a Glock. And then have more death. Because guess what? There's a country out there that has everyone carrying around a gun. It's called Somalia. And over there, it's not a happy place. It's practically Fallout with a bunch of Nigerians running around with guns. That's all it is. It's a wasteland. Because they allow anarchy and mayhem. We need order. We need to make sure fucking lunatics don't get guns. And if you don't want to see that the only way to do that is by having harsher application processes to get a gun, if you don't see that the problem is not video games, but the NRA, our gun culture, the media, if you don't see that, you're too late to the party. You're fucking delusional. And I don't want to associate with you. And if you believe, and if you even think that the only way to stop gun violence in America is to have every single citizen in the United States carry around a gun, you're out of your fucking mind and you're pathetic. I'm sorry to even any of my friends who believe in that shit, but it's the truth. You're fucking pathetic. Let's stop worshiping the gun and let's start thinking. Tell the government that it's not video games that are the problem. Let's tell them the truth. That the NRA, that our gun culture, and that the media, the news media, that wants to make fucking Adam Lanza into some fucking Punisher superhero is disgusting immoral, and that's the real fucking injustice. Let's stop them from having power. Let's fight for your fucking kids' rights. And let's make sure the NRA doesn't make money off of dead kids' coffins. This discussion has just been put to rest. You can agree with me and disagree with me. It doesn't matter. If you like my stuff, thumb it up. If you don't like it, I don't. Awesome. Thumb it down. Hell, personally, leave a video response. I want to hear how you feel. And I want to make this 100% clear to any human being that's going to comment underneath. I'm not, and watch this whole video, by the way, I am not trying to say, let's take away your guns, you don't deserve a right to own a gun. I have a problem with the NRA. I don't have a problem with real gun owners who go out and shoot for recreational use, go out and collect guns because it's a hobby, or go out and hunt. Personally, I think you should use a bow and arrow because it would be a little bit more fair. But other than that, you know, I understand you need food on the table. Go have it. Have at it, Hoss. I have a problem when the NRA glorifies gun violence. I have a problem when our media glorifies people that should not be glorified, and then lunatic fuckheads like Alex Jones demonize real heroes. And when our media demonizes our real heroes and doesn't even mention real problems. I have a problem with that. And I especially have a problem with the NRA and with these fucking radical loonies like Alex Jones and Ted Nugent who are making money off of your dead kid's fucking coffin. I have a problem with that shit. And then they have the balls to turn around and say it's my medium, my hobby, that's the problem. The non-violent, passive hobby is the problem. And I'm about sick of it. So I'm throwing my debating hat into the ring here. If you don't like what I say, that's fine. As stated before, this discussion has just been put to rest. This has been Liam. Peace le fuck out. Leave a video response, leave a comment, be honest, be truthful, let's have a discussion, and let's think for a moment. Thank you.